Hi there, I'm meteorologist and science teacher Ryan Miller. We're taking a look here and dealing with a couple of things again relative to drought conditions across the area. And I wanted to show a couple of things. This is important because in this map and on this map here is the Potomac River watershed. Our water comes from the Potomac River. Everything that comes from a tap here inside the Beltway, the immediate suburbs, is coming from the Potomac River. And it is certainly one of the things that allows us to live in this area, obviously. But this watershed is now once again under drought conditions in many spots. In fact, over 80% of the watershed, if it rains or if it snows, this is the area that feeds the Potomac River, including the Shenandoah Valley. If it does rain here, that drains into the Potomac, but over 80% of the watershed right now is under drought conditions or abnormally dry, and this is the second time this year. If the levels of the Potomac River drop below where we take the water from, we are in danger of actually running out of water. And folks, there's only one day of water in the system if we do end up with issues. Now, I wanted to show some drought conditions in a different way. This is a graph on the bottom left here. We have the time going back to 2000 and the year 2000. And if you look, these are the time periods that we have experienced drought. The areas that don't have color, that's when rain has been abundant and we have not had any conditions. But notice between 2006 and moving towards now, present day, there have been prolonged periods of dry weather, drought conditions, taking up upwards of 100% of the locations within the watershed. So we have to be careful. Now, if you zoom in and take a look, just since January 1st of 2024, this is how much of the region, how much of the watershed has been dealing with drought. 100% of it at times across portions of 2024 from October lasting through this June. And now we had some rain that came in here during the month of May, but we're right back to that rising amount of drought conditions across the area. So the bottom line is this: we have over 2 million more people living in the DMV and in the watershed since the year 2000. 2 million more people using and needing the Potomac River for water. So when we have little rain and drought conditions start to build up, there is giant concern that we could potentially run out of water. But the good news, I think, and there is some relief coming our way as a pattern change in the weather will start to bring us some showers later on heading into the middle sections of the upcoming week and the month. But we have to be mindful and we have to be conservative using our water. Our lawns look parched in many locations, and at my house alone since August 1st, we've had less than an inch of rain, where typically we'd be dealing with about 3 to 4 inches of rain. So be mindful if you're using water outside, use it sparingly at times here, and hopefully with some help from Mother Nature, we can get some relief from this ongoing drought that continues to build up, especially west of DC. I'm meteorologist and science teacher Ryan.